That's real ROI. And that's the 4 free courses. Done. You came in able to build with AI. You leave able to point that skill at the builds that actually pay. Before we close, let me put the whole thing back together. The mindset in both roads. And then I'll show you exactly where it goes from here. Start with what you can now do that you couldn't when this course started. You can look at any AI build, yours, a client's, an idea still in your head, and tell on site whether it's going to pay or whether it just looks cool. That's the whole skill. And it's the difference between effort that returns something and months poured into a build that was never going to make you a dime. Here's how the pieces got you there. It started with the mindset, because that's the part that saves you the most time. Cool impresses a friend, profitable pays you, and a build only pays where there's a leverage point. Somewhere it saves a real person, real time, multiplies the work one person can do, or gets a customer to pay. No leverage point, no return. The cool builds, the homepage chatbot nobody uses, the demo with no plan to ship, the clever experiment that plugs into nothing. There's no point where they save time, multiply work, or earn $1, so they skip the money. That's not bad luck. That's the rule. Then, the founder's framing underneath all of it. AI is exceptionally powerful if you find the leverage points and you do the work. And leverage runs 2 ways. This is the part most people miss. The first is the business point, the spot where the value actually lives, the build worth building. The second is the work you put in to make it real. Because AI is not autopilot. There's no set it and forget it. You still write the spec in detail, you still review the plan before it runs, you still give it feedback and steer. Find the right point, then do the real work at it. Skip either half and the return doesn't come. And it all comes down to one test you can run today before you build anything. Whose time does this save and how much? Whose work does it multiply? Who pays for it? If you can point at the answer, you might have a profitable build. If you can't name the return, whose time, whose work, whose money, it won't pay. Be honest with yourself at that question, and you'll save yourself months. That's the test that turns the method into income. From there, the course gave you 2 roads, because there are 2 ways to make money with this, and you pick the one that fits your situation. The first road is the consultant track, building for other people and charging them for it. And the whole opening is real. Most businesses know they should be doing something with AI and have no idea what. Stuck between AI is magic and AI is hype. Both wrong, both sitting on a budget, neither holding the method. You do. So you make yourself findable, not as another generic AI consultant in a flooded category, but as an operator who ships, has a method, and measures. You scope every build before you ever name a price. The business goal, the leverage point, the success measure with a deadline, and you refuse the 3 that sink a project. Unlimited scope, a tool dictated to you, an outcome nobody can measure. You price the shipped build and its return, not your hours and not the code. And you deliver as the operator, not the coder. You scope, you direct, you verify, you present the outcome, and the check-in after it ships turns one project into the next. That's a consultant who ships, not one who talks. The second road is the in-business track, building inside your own business and measuring the return you create for yourself. If you already run something, the places where a build pays are sitting right there, waiting for you. You learned the categories that pay reliably inside a business: internal automation, leverage multiplying tools, customer-facing builds, marketing content at scale. You learned the audit that finds your highest return build. What's painful, what's repeated, what's measurable. And the one that scores high on all 3 is your version 1, not the most impressive one. And you learned the loop that proves it's working. Set the baseline before you ship, because a claim with a baseline is worth 10 times a vague, "things feel faster now." Then track the multiplier weekly and decide with the data. Double down when it lands, tune or accept when it's partial, cut it cleanly when it doesn't. Compounding starts when you stop maintaining dead builds and aim that effort at the next one that pays. So put it all together, and here's what you actually have: the judgment to tell, a build that pays from one that just looks cool, and a clear playbook for whichever road you're on. Sell the builds or build them for yourself, not theory. A way of working you can point at your next real project this week. That's real ROI. Now the honest part, where this goes next and where it stops being free. Everything you just learned, you run with the build kit on your own projects with your own hands. That's the practice, and it's genuinely enough to start. But underneath it, there's a deeper layer, the money side taken all the way down. And that's where the next depth lives. It's the difference between the pricing frame you just learned and the pricing patterns, the retainer conversions, the real case studies of what a build was worth and what it sold for. Between knowing the categories and standing in a room with operators who are shipping for income right now, trading what's working this week. That layer is real, it's substantial, and it's where premium picks up. Let me name where it lives, specifically, so you know what's there. Advanced ROI is the deeper money-making course, the monetization patterns, the pricing case studies, the retainer playbooks that take everything in this course all the way down. Build Studio is the room where active operators post what they're shipping and ask each other the questions you can't Google. How did you price this? What scope held? How did you handle the client who pushed for more? With me in there daily. And inside the build is the weekly technical drop, the engineering layer that protects your pricing, built in front of you one piece a week. That's the catalog, the practice you just learned, taken down to the depth where the real money gets made. It's all part of the membership, one room, everything included. There's one more path worth naming, and it's a different shape. If a subscription isn't your move right now, but you want to push your own discipline with something at stake, there's the Build Challenge, a cohort competition where a group of you go head-to-head on real projects inside this structure. 3 weeks, a real ship, judged at the end, with the winner taking a cash prize and a feature on the channel. It's the method you already have, with stakes and a deadline and other people building alongside you. Specific, time-boxed, real. The details and the price for both premium and the challenge are on the join page. Links in the description. And while you're deciding, go look at the proof. This is the same method behind real shipped software. Go look at ScaleBoss, a production business operating system real companies run their operations on, live right now. And I'm building Revistack in public the same way. The first piece, Brand Engine, is the tool that runs this whole channel. The scripts, the graphics, the voice. What used to take a team of engineers, a year, and a budget you'd have to beg an investor for, one person can build and ship now. These aren't slides. They're real software, running, built exactly this way. Go see them. Links are below. That's the honest answer to, does this actually pay? Go look at what it built. But you don't need any of that to start. You have the whole thing right now, the mindset, the test, and a playbook for both roads. Pick the road that fits you, open your real project, and run the test on it this week. Watch what changes when you stop building cool and start building profitable. The door to the deep end is open whenever you want it. You already have everything you need to begin. One last thing to whoever made it all the way here. If you got through all 4 courses, you didn't just watch, you did the work. You can tell a profitable build from a vanity one. You know how to make money with it on either road, and you're exactly the person this was built for. So come find me in the community. I read every post. I want to see what you build, what you're charging for it, what's working, what isn't. Whichever road you take next, that's where you'll find me. AI is exceptionally powerful. If you find the leverage points and do the work, you've done the work. Now go build. I'll see you in there.